Have you ever met someone who says sorry for things that aren't even their fault? Sorry for asking a question, sorry for existing in someone's way, sorry for speaking too loudly, sorry for speaking at all. You might have thought, why do they apologize so much? But here's what psychology actually says. They didn't choose this habit. They were taught it, and the lesson came early. Let's decode the real psychology behind people who apologize for everything. 1. It started as survival, not politeness. When a child grows up in an environment where expressing needs caused tension, where speaking up led to anger, silence, or punishment, their brain learns something very quickly. Apologizing keeps you safe. Say sorry first. Stay small. Don't take up too much space. Psychologists call this the Fawn response, one of 4 trauma responses alongside fight, flight, and freeze. While some people react to threat by fighting or running, Fawn types learn to appease, to smooth things over, to make the discomfort stop before it starts. Over time, apologizing becomes automatic, not a choice, a reflex. 2. They learn that their feelings were too much. Somewhere along the way, someone in their life made them feel like their emotions were a burden. Maybe they cried and were told to stop being dramatic. Maybe they got angry and punished for it. Maybe they needed something and were made to feel selfish for asking. So they started apologizing for their own feelings. Sorry for bothering you. Sorry I got upset. Sorry I even brought it up. Psychologists call this emotional invalidation, and its effects last long into adulthood. The person doesn't stop feeling. They just learn to pre-apologize for the feeling before it even lands.
3. They are actually hyper-aware of other people's comfort. Here is something people miss about chronic apologizers. They are not weak. They are highly sensitive. They can read a room in seconds. They notice the slight shift in your tone. They feel your frustration before you even name it. This is called high empathic sensitivity, and it's a genuine cognitive ability. But when it develops in an unsafe environment, it becomes a trap. They use all that awareness not to protect themselves, but to protect everyone else. They apologize not because they did something wrong. They apologize because they sense that you might feel something uncomfortable, and they want to stop that before it happens. 4. The apology is a shield, not a confession. Most people assume that when someone says sorry, they believe they did something wrong. But for chronic apologizers, sorry rarely means I was wrong. It means, please don't be angry. Please don't leave. Please don't make this bigger than it needs to be. Psychologists call this preemptive appeasement, using apology as a way to de-escalate a threat that hasn't even fully appeared yet. They are not admitting guilt, they are managing the emotional temperature of the room. They learned that an early sorry was cheaper than the cost of conflict. 5. They often don't realize they're doing it. Ask someone who over-apologizes why they said sorry, and they'll often go quiet. They don't know. It came out before they even thought about it. That's because this pattern lives in the nervous system, not just the mind. Their body learned, tension approaching, send apology, reduce threat. It happens faster than conscious thought. And that's what makes it so hard to stop. You can't simply decide to stop a reflex. You have to understand where it came from first. The part nobody tells you. Chronic apologizing is exhausting, not just for the person watching it, but for the person living it. Every day, apologizing for your voice, your questions, your needs, your presence. It wears you down. It shrinks you. And the painful irony is this: the people who apologize the most are often the ones who have the least to apologize for. They are not the problem in the room. They just learned a long time ago to act like they were. So the next time you hear someone say sorry for something small, for asking, for existing, for speaking, don't dismiss it. That sorry carries a history. And if you are the one who apologizes for everything, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not too much. You never were. You were just taught that you were, and that was never the truth. If this described you or someone you know, share it with them, because sometimes the most important thing is just knowing there's a name for what you've been carrying. Subscribe to Mind Exposed,
where we don't judge how people behave, we decode why.